Hi, how are
Ma'am.
you?
I'm good. Welcome in. Do you have a question tonight?
I have a question. So, a little bit of backstory. I
Hold
am
on.
a like,
Hold on 1 second,
oh yeah,
Kiz. Do you consent to be on a platform and potentially all platforms?
yes, I consent.
Okay.
So, I am plus size, and I feel like it's like making me get in my head about dating. I've actually never had a boyfriend. Up until now, I considered myself a lesbian, but I've been trying to date more men. I've always been bisexual, but I just find that women are a lot more accepting, and I've never really felt the same sort of level of like attraction and want as a woman. So I would love any advice that you could give. I'm almost 400 pounds, but I do, I feel like I look cute. I have a really nice shape. People
What?
always tell me that they don't think I weigh that much, but I think it's more like
What?
mental. I know that men
What?
want to enjoy my body, but I've never had
Ma'am,
anyone really want me for me, I guess. And it's also a little bit difficult to date because I am high earning. I'm a full time content creator. And whenever I meet guys, I usually tell them I'm a teacher, because I am a Hebrew teacher. But, you get those comments like, oh, you're big money, you're this, this, this. And I'm trying to avoid that. I don't even bring them over to my apartment because of that. So I want the truth and any compliments or not compliments, advice you can give me
She
to
said
level
it.
up.
Freudian slip. It's a Freudian slip. Like
is
you want some
this
compliments, sis. You can't be
she
400 pounds with a nice body. That's impossible.
she talking about she plus size.
Put a
Plus
couple
plus
pluses.
plus
Yeah, add a couple
size.
pluses on that.
So is this a bufferilla, a renat or rhinopotamus, or a welafont? I'm gonna give
This is.
her
I'm gonna give her bufferilla. That's what I'm gonna call.
mm,
I'm gonna give her a
I gotta
bufferilla.
see the full
Gotta see how
body.
high, how tall, the
Right.
stature, how
I'm gonna
massive it actually is.
right. I need to see the full body.
But she said a lot. This young
Yeah.
lady said a whole lot really quickly.
She's
Right.
alternative living, or she
Right.
was
Mm-hmm.
formerly, and
Identified as
she
really cute.
three
This is what
something
she said.
before close to 400.
I'm really cute
Ooh.
and I don't look like I'm 400. Yeah? Hmm.
So where you
Okay.
carry it at? Where
That's
you
what I'm
carry
saying.
all them
This
pounds
is what
at?
I'm trying to get at. Like, I mean, you have to have some huge gunzangas to carry it up there. And in the back, I mean, but you ain't
Nah,
carrying it nowhere else. You carrying
nah.
that 400 everywhere. Like, it's all over you. It's all over the place. Come on now. Like, let's not be delusional here. Like you create content. I'm sure you in the space. And why you never had a boyfriend? Do you
Um,
need me to answer that question for you? Like,
and men only want you for sex, but don't want nothing serious with you.
I
Hmm.
mean, I'd highly doubt that. I don't even think that's men that date these rhinopotami or rhinopotamuses, however you pluralize that.
I don't know.
They not dating you for the sex. Like they not. Like trust me, they not. Like I don't know what y'all be seeing or what kind of signals y'all be getting y'all signals crossed. A man dating your big. Let me not get too disrespectful, but no, a man dating a woman of your stature in size, I don't think they there for the sex. Now, some dudes, they got those big bangers. The little dudes, short dudes, love to punch up to their weight, punch above their weight. So them little 98, 110-pound dude, he'll definitely try to climb up in that. But for the most part, if you that size and you know what I mean, you carrying that much girth, men ain't dating you for the sex. Like, come on now. Let's be
And then
clear.
she says she's high earning, so you got a little money.
He might be dating you for that.
Oh, he
That
saw the
you might have to
money.
respect. Yeah, I'll give you that. If you
He
pay,
said
there's an old saying: if you pay like you weigh, you can stay. So Think
I
about
bet
it.
he said, "Girl, you cute." You know, it's just more for the loving. Like it's more, girl, you cute.
Okay.
But let's continue. Let's see what Ashley gonna tell her.
We know how this goes.
So I will say this: there is a group of men in the world who love plus size women, right? I say most African men, most Caribbean men like a full figure woman. I know that for sure. Have you dated men who are African from the continent? Have you dated Caribbean men?
She's against that.
So I live here in Houston, Texas, and I get approached and stopped. Like literally, they will not let me get out of my car, or like they'll be like blocking me in by Africans all the time. But I feel like there's a lot of cultural differences. And, you know, a lot of African men, they expect their women to be like a certain way, like, you know, don't do this, don't do that. And I just find that it never works out. Also, I feel like a lot of African guys, they don't have that like quote unquote swag, you know? They're like, oh, there's no girls in my village like you. But I'm like, yeah, I'm not going back to your village. And then
oh my God. Now,
ma'am. If the Africans approach, you might have to take the approach, sis.
That's
you talking about. He gotta have swag. You gotta take it with the sandals, the open toe sandals.
Yeah,
right?
The hard bottom with the sweatsuit. You gotta take him. That's
so
it.
What?
That's it.
You want him to have J's on, come and swag out, and want your big behind.
Nah, he got the hard bottom roach killer with a sweatsuit and them goddamn little baby Bucky naps in his head. You know how them African brothers do. You need to take that. You ain't got no options like that. Bertha talking down on that. They at the door bombarding you in. They worshiping you. You need to go over there. Talking about some damn swag.
You healthy and you know back in the motherland.
Right. You healthy. You eating good. You wealthy. That's wealth. Weight is wealth over there.
Right.
Damn it. See?
And she don't want to go back to the motherland because ain't enough food.
Right. You ain't eating like you should in that country. You can't get enough of your gruel.
Right, they got food over there, but
know,
you know how they picture them.
That's how they think. Yeah, everybody's dystopian and all that.
They got food, but that's why what she thinking ain't enough food for her over there. She can't order no fast food, no Uber Eats, no all you can eat buffets, none of that.
And that wide shot when she put that low angle, oh God, good God, you ain't carrying no 400 nicely.
Not well.
You can't carry 400 nicely. There's no way. No way.
I need the full body, but yeah, that wide. Look at God. She take up the full frame. Yeah. Like
Ashley would have to amend her display, how it shows on the screen, her screen time. Like it got to be bigger on that side. Yeah, there you go. Just where your cursor went, they got to extend. Can't have this on crop. Or whatever the movie box, whatever that little letterbox size. Now you need all the sides for this.
Right.
Lord.
But let's continue.
I mean, and you know, respectfully, I don't mean an African man who's straight from the continent who just arrived here this year. You know, maybe someone who's more they've lived here a bit longer. They've lived in America a little bit longer. Right. I would say a good 10+ years. They're more like Americanized, I would have to say.
Look, I believe the way that I carry myself and even the way that I speak, I prefer Black men, but they're always like, oh, you date white guys, don't you? And so I work at a synagogue. So most of the people that I'm around are white, but I prefer to date Black. So it's kind of like, people have one perception of me and they tend to put me in a box. But it's kind of hard because I feel like, too quote unquote white, even though I'm fully Black for Black men. But then for white guys, I tend to get fetishized. So,
this would be my advice to you, Ken. If I'm keeping it real, I would want you to drop the weight. I would want you to lose weight. I would want, and you said you're 400 pounds, right, Ken?
I'm 365 pounds. And for any women that are looking for plus size clothes, follow me because I post every day.
All right. So I want us to get the weight down. Can we start with 100 pounds? Can we start there?
So I actually lost 130 pounds 2
Sis.
years ago.
What?
And I was getting approached a lot, but I feel like a lot of women go through like body dysmorphia. And, you know, people were treating me so differently that I almost didn't know how to handle it. Like it was giving me a lot of anxiety. So I do believe if I dropped weight, it would be helpful. Even my mother says that. She's like, well, if that's the only thing you think that, you know, is not working for you, change it. But I felt like even when I changed it, I was getting approached by more men, but not like the quality of men that I would want.
And what type of man do you want specifically? How much money does he make? What's his lifestyle like? What is his character? Can you describe that for me?
For sure. Definitely a high earner just because I am. Over 100K a year, which is kind of hard. I'm honestly not too big on like finances. I mean, of course I am, but I feel like with men, especially Black men, you know, some of them are just not there yet. But you know, I care about education. On my dating apps, when I use them, I always like try to filter out people that have like a graduate degree or above. High earning. I am not too big. I mean, of course, got to be heat in the face, but I'm not against dating someone who's bigger because I am bigger. But really, like, you know, fun, a sense of travel and adventure. I actually went on a 30-day road trip to Alaska. So I don't have a regular job. I want someone that can, you know, be free, kind of like how I am. And my mother told me I should go to Afrotech to like meet some guys because I'm here in Houston. But someone that just has their shit together, you know? I feel like now a lot of women are like, oh, he has to make this and do this. It's honestly kind of hard sometimes just finding a man that has like a solid job, his own apartment, and like a car. So I just want someone who like is a full functioning adult. And, you know.
Sis, you want a 100K earner? Ooh, delusional.
When audacity and obesity meet, it's nasty work.
Very nasty.
It is nasty work. You ain't look. She said she lost the weight.
She lost 130 something pounds. So she was close to 500 pounds.
Or she was at where she's at now, and at 230, you was getting the wrong kind of attention. Like you should be, well, you can't pick through it. You cannot filter through everything like that. Like you should be not lucky, but be glad that anybody talking to your big ass. For the most part, then you lose weight, you're getting attention. You don't know how to handle it. So what, you went back up, or you came down from damn near 500, 600 pounds?
I think she came down from 500 pounds.
Yo, like you.
And
this is health. Damn looks or attraction, like health. That's not you carrying around a lot of extra poundage, ma'am. Like I don't know how old you are, but
she sounds like she's in her 20s.
Yeah, she's definitely sounds younger. But that goes to show like the delusion. Like y'all are out there, man. This is fantasy island. Like you might have to take the African. You might have to take the dude that's on your bumper or whatever. You can't pick through. You're not getting no rich. Come on, man. No high value, quote unquote, high earning man. Like that doesn't add up. Like it just doesn't match. Things like have a certain. We've been doing this for long enough. There's a certain, let's say, I wouldn't say it's protocol because it's not a demand or it's not, a rule, but it just has a certain momentum. Like those real pretty, thick, beautiful women, they don't date the huge whale. Like it just doesn't happen. It's people match up to certain levels and physicality and things of that nature as well. Like even with a high earner, like if he's going to take his money and spend it, he's going to spend it on something that's more up to his speed. You might be up to his speed, but it's just not, it's rare. They go for finer women. They go for more in shape women, shapely women. Like it just,
trophy
it
wives.
is what it is. Yeah.
Like,
For whatever reason that is, it just is what I'm not saying it's right, wrong, and indifferent. I'm just saying it is what it is. So you picking through, you're gonna have to amend a lot of this, sis. Like you talking a little crazy. Audacity. You big as everything. You bufferilla, definitely established. And depending on height, we might sit you higher in the scale. But you want this kind of man, and he got to make this amount, and I don't want no Africans, and I don't want no, what do you want? Like, you don't qualify for that. You don't. And Sabrina, she don't like Africans. Pardon me, I didn't say it when she said it initially, but we had to double back to that. It's the submission. It's the you can't do what you want to do. Y'all think Africans, they do put you in a certain pedestal, you could say, if that's what you want. But there comes with certain things behind that too, and they don't want that part. Like, I don't know what this young lady wants. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Queen.
So, and then she can't lose the weight because that's her whole job is structured around being plus size and being a plus size influencer. She's probably promoting a body positivity and all of that. Like, you're beautiful even though you're 400 pounds. And you should love your body and all of that. That's probably all on her page.
Right.
So she's uplifting the bufferillas and
that's
selling
her whole
clothes.
Brand. Yeah, that's her brand.
Right. Or promoting, okay, go get these Lane Bryants. Or I don't know, what's the Torrid? I forgot what's the more trendy plus size brands. I can't even think of it. But she's promoting plus size clothes. Let's say she go down to 160.
Sure. She can't do that no more. She can't claim that no more. Her audience, she's gonna lose her audience.
Right. They gonna be mad and be hating. Oh, you lost all that weight. You was telling us we would look fine.
Yeah.
And just the way we were. Why you lose the weight?
Right. It's true.
So she promotes plus size. She ain't gonna lose that. That's her. She's making a full-time living off of that, she says. This ain't no hobby.
Right.
That's her job. That's her income. Bread and butter.
Right.
No pun intended. But yeah, this is her full-time job. And she's making a lot of money. She's a high earner.
Yeah.
She's making a whole bunch of bank off of this.
So you can't switch it up midstream. You can't then be non-plus size.
Right.
Selling snake oil.
But let's continue.
Can have a conversation. There was a man about 3 months ago who actually...
Before you tell me that, sorry to cut you off, Ken, about that you met 3 months ago, I want you to know, and it's unfortunate that we live in a superficial world, and I'm not saying you don't look beautiful or you don't keep yourself put together, because I think you do, right? But I want you to know we live in a superficial world, and I want you to know exactly what you're asking for exists. However, you have to change who you are to get that guy. So there are men who make 100K plus, who are educated, who want to travel, who read books, who can engage in intellectual conversations, right? They do exist. But I think you can open up and change your reality when we change ourselves. Right? So I want us to work on our weight. I want us to drop the weight. And as you're losing the weight, just so it doesn't feel like, how do you say, like, wow, overwhelming when you're losing the weight, I want you to go to therapy and get you a fitness trainer and listen to affirmations while you're going through the process. Does that make sense?
Definitely.
But this is only your reality. I'm not saying, again, you can't attract a quality man. But this is your reality because of who you are right now. That doesn't mean you're not beautiful. But I know if we work on ourselves more, when we lose a bit of weight, it changes our world. It changes the options. Okay? And this goes for all the women watching. All the women. You don't even have to be 300. You could be 150 pounds and go down to 130 pounds. And that'll change your dating options. This goes for all ladies at any weight class. And so you were saying about a guy you met 3 months ago.
Yes. So I met a guy 3 months ago and he was like, you know, you're a good woman. I'm a good man. Like he really wanted to date me. And I was like, okay, this is what I've been wanting, like someone that actually wants a relationship. But he was so boring. Like literally it was like talking to a wall, like watching paint dry. And I will agree that I probably like slept with him too soon, but it was like, you know, if we are going to be in a relationship, I need to see if it's like good or not. I mean, it was
my
it's like after we like had, you know, intercourse, that's all he could think about. And
hold on, Kim. Kim, you over here.
Wait a minute. So you just said that men only want you for your voluptuous big body and then you talking about you slept with him too soon and it was too good. It was so good. I mean, what you do? She put it on him. Literally and figuratively.
Ooh.
She put that thing on him.
This is bad, man.
And he couldn't get enough.
She's sampling Dino's. Oh, I gotta make sure it's good. And it's like, I don't understand. He wasn't funny enough. Like,
right,
sis.
It don't matter if he can't tell a joke, ma'am. Because your dating options is slim to none. So
this is how bad it's gotten. You got I'm just gonna say it just in all honesty. Like you got the most least desirable women looking for perfection. Like this is insane. Like the homie said, man, I wish I knew his name. I'd give him his proper credit. Like they're gonna be looking for you're gonna have Marvel superhero powers in the next coming years. If he can't see through the walls, I don't want him. If he can't the lasers don't come out his eyes, it's not good enough for me. Like y'all are crazy. This sounds crazy coming from this big bufferilla that she wants perfection. He got to be funny. He's got to do this. He can't be from Africa. He got to do that. Like, yo, you picking, you can't filter through your whole life like that. If you feel like that, like Ashley said, you need to have the trump cards. You should go down 200 pounds, be 175. You might be able to swing that and manipulate that situation, finesse it to get to where you want to be. But at 375, coming down from 500, no way. No way. Audacity and obesity colliding is nasty work. Oh my God. I'm done. Let it continue.
Here talk about men sexualizing you, but you saying you got to test the eggplant first. Hold up now. So you want demon time too?
Right. Well, no, this was like after a month, and he was like pressing me to be in a relationship. I was like, I don't even know if I'm like, I don't know. Like he was, maybe because I hadn't had anyone that wanted to be with me like that before. He was so adamant he wanted me to be his girlfriend. I was like, wait, this is like too much for me. Also, maybe I wasn't really feeling him like that, but you know. He bought me jewelry for my birthday and like did all the things that I wanted, but he just wasn't for me. So
then who for you?
Why wasn't he for you? Was it his looks? What was it that changed after you guys had sex? What changed?
He just wasn't really interesting. I feel like I'm someone that gets bored kind of quickly. And I'm not trying to say like I was just like, oh, I just kicked him to the curb. Ashley, he was so boring. You know, whenever you sit with someone and y'all have nothing to talk about, like you have nothing in common, or whenever you're really holding the conversation and then you stop and then the conversation just drops. I really want to be with someone where we can actually have a bond, like have a friendship, you know, not just let's do it.
Women.
And
But wait, Ken, outside of, you know, intimacy, was he taking you on dates? Was he doing things for you? Was he making sure you were okay? Were you guys, you know, trying different hobbies, doing different things? Was he bringing you flowers, cards, and candy? Outside of being boring, did he check those boxes?
Yes.
So he was doing all of the things that most women want from a man, but he was boring. So you cut him off because he was boring. That's what you're telling me, Ken.
I cut him off because I didn't think he was very emotionally available and he was boring. My car got broken into and I was really, really upset because they stole some very sentimental things that you can't just rebuy. He was like, oh, don't worry about that. I can just buy them for you. And I was like, you're not understanding. I'll never be able to get those things back. Like they meant a lot. And he was like, oh, I know how to make you feel better. We can just have sex. You probably need to have sex. And I was like, is the only way you know how to make a woman feel better to have sex or to buy her something? And I told him I needed more like emotional connection. And I gave him like a month to get it together and it never happened. And we didn't have sex until after like a month or so of talking. And I'm not going to lie, he was still boring, but you know, I wanted to see if I could really get with it, and I could not. I do have one question for you.
If these things were so sentimental to you, why the hell they was in your car? Why they wouldn't be on somebody's damn shelf or in a vase or somewhere like that?
Safe.
Get out of here, man. Get out. Go. This is one of those modern pansexual alternative lifestyle, cunnilingus cat breaths. Like, go date a woman. Like, emotionally, what was he supposed to do? Or I'll go chase him down. Like, his response wasn't great, but what was he supposed to do? Okay, he's gonna pat you on the back, it'll be okay. There's nothing else he could do. He could tell you the truth. What I just said, why the hell you left it in the car? You wouldn't have liked that response neither. Like, y'all
Go ahead, babe. Go ahead.
Go.
No, I was gonna say go file a police report. Somebody broke into your car, list out the valuables so that they could try to recover it. Again, like you said, if it was so valuable, why would you leave that in your car? Like, are you?
Come on now. You wouldn't leave your phone in the car. So how much more valuable are these items than your cell phone? If you left your cell phone, her big ass would go climb down the stairs and go get her phone out the car. So if it was that important to you, why was it sitting in your car? Like, come on, y'all, this don't make sense, man. And this woman here, she's tilting me. I'm getting triggered now. I'm getting triggered. Like, this is just a train wreck. And that big ass is the train. Right. I'm done, man. I'm done.
And then the flower cards and candy.
Here she go.
She over here quoting Usher.
Here she go. Oh my God, man.
I'm done.
Boring?
How was he boring though? I don't see how he was boring. The conversation fell off. And whatnot. Okay, so we might be done with the conversation. Maybe you're not interested to him. Have you thought about that?
She said that like she's the most interesting woman in the world.
Like, and on top you don't know how to hold a conversation.
Let's talk about her history, right? She said, "Oh, I'm used to dating women, and I've identified as a lesbian." See, women cackle it up and running their mouth all the damn time, all day. Now, I'm not saying that in a bad way. But yeah, two women can sit there and chop it up all damn day. They just sit and go. Men don't. Right. They have a finite amount of words. When he's done, he's done. That's it. Men don't sit there and cackle with you all day and all that. So I don't know what kind of excitement you was looking for. Like, she's confused, man. This young lady's really confused. This is all the modern. This is like all the modern tropes and everything that the good Godfather said, all in one package.
In one person, yes.
Only thing, she don't have no kids. This just sans the kids. But everything other than that, you 400 pounds on paper. You think that's not a part of your issues and problems and all that. You picking through the men that's trying to get at you. You running through Dinos. You need excitement, entertainment, thrills, and chills. Like, come on now. Yeah. Oh, the audacity is only matched by the obesity. I'm done. Let us continue, please.
I would like to know if you have any advice about how to feel more confident going out by yourself. Because of my job being a content creator, which I'm sure you can relate to. I mean, I see you going out and stuff, but I tend to feel very isolated sometimes in my apartment. Like, I literally have so many boxes that I need to unpack. And whenever it comes time to go out, I'm feeling like a recluse. Like, I'm normally very extroverted. Everyone in the comments, like, oh, she's just a yapper. Like, I'm social, but I've become a lot more withdrawn. And I'm not sure if it's because of my weight, or if there's any ways I
How
can
long
just
you
feel
been
more
carrying this
confident.
weight?
You know, like I always try to look cute when I go out, have my hair and stuff done. And I've been having better experiences lately, but it's just a lot.
Yeah, I would say definitely when women start to feel this, in my experience, after speaking to thousands of women on this live and one-on-one call, I know for sure when we don't want to go out, it's because of our weight. It's because of the conversations we're having with ourselves, like a self-esteem thing. So once we get this together, right, we start back on our routine, we're working out, and we push ourselves to get out the house, right? You have to make it a habit. Just like you're dedicated to content, you have to be dedicated to getting out the house. So that means once or twice a week, you're going to a bar, you're going to an event, you're going out, you're socializing. So you get more comfortable in those spaces. And after a while, as a content creator, it gets boring. It's always just you. You should want to be around others. Right. You should want to like be able to put your phone down and just have a regular conversation that's not about TikTok or not about Instagram. Right. Does that make sense? So 100%. I want you to work on you, Ken. I know you're beautiful. I know you're confident in who you are, but I want you to continue to improve that, right? So go for your walks, change up your diet, work on you. I think you have a lot of potential. You're a very smart girl. You have a lot going for yourself, but I think you will open up your options 100 times more and get the guy that you think doesn't exist if you drop the weight. I promise you.
He doesn't.
I promise
There's
you.
no perfect specimen.
Thank you so much for all of your advice. I know I actually have a walking pad over here. I'm like, I have this equipment just sitting in my apartment. Let me actually use it. I really appreciate you letting me on your platform, and this was great. So I appreciate it.
You're welcome, Ken. And please come back before January 1st. I'm putting you on my list. I have a list of women. Okay. Everyone has different amount of weight they want to lose before the end of the year or something they're working on. So I want you to check back in the month of December. Okay. With an update.
Yes, ma'am. I got you.
All right, beauty. Have a good one, doll. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I venture to say she'll be bigger. She'll be bigger on the update. I'm done. This was disgusting, man. The audacity. You're not perfect. Y'all want this perfect specimen, and you are way out there in your what your qualifications are. You are not in the highest of demand of women. So your demands can't be but so high. That's it. Like this shouldn't even be a discussion. This shouldn't be any kind of beef or anything that you should bristle at. It's just the truth. You got to get your health and your weight together. Broke men don't qualify for these baddies and all these whatever they be chasing after. And your big ass ain't getting no high earning man that's funnier than Eddie Murphy and doing all this. Like, yo, come on, man. The chase of perfection is very delusional. This woman went all over the place. And she's making a whole lot of mistakes in her pursuit, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But then again, she's confused. She said, I was always a bilateral. I was a this and that. And it's just too much going on. And you too big. That's it. That's my final thoughts. I ain't got nothing else to say. Quinn, I'm going to turn it over to you. That's it. I
want to know what the affirmation's going to be. I will put this cheeseburger down. I won't.
I'm done.
When I go to the buffet, I'm only going to get 2 plates. I'm not going to get my normal 6.
I'm done.
I'm going to get on this walking pad and I hope it don't crush. And I'm going to see if I can lose this weight. I want to know what them affirmations look like. And then, okay, another point I want to make, we just got to stop telling everybody that they're beautiful.
Yes.
We got to stop doing that. Like, you tell your daughters. Tell your daughters that she's beautiful. Yes. But tell your lady she's a beautiful.
Yes.
But we telling every single person, like, you shouldn't need validation from the world You should know, yes, you should know in your heart, you should know, okay, I feel confident in myself. I feel like I ain't the ugly duckly and things like that. But those things are instilled at home when you're a little girl.
Right.
So that you don't have to get out here and run into men that don't like you or just want to have sex with you, and you know how to discern that, like, and stuff like that. You're not seeking love in all the wrong faces and all the wrong places and stuff like that. So but we got to stop everybody that they beautiful. It's not our job. It's your parents' job and your significant other. But ain't nobody else. We not responsible for how you feel about yourself.
And as well, it's always that thing where you open that door when you start to be critical of others, then people have to be critical of you. Like, I can't give you that. You're not going to tell. She wouldn't tell every man that they funny. She just said he's boring, or she's not going to pull any punches or mince any words. So why should anybody else?
Right. You know what I mean? And then we do it so often with women that are bigger. Like, come on now. Now, I'm not saying I don't want people to have bad self-esteem. You should, but this is an inward thing. Self-esteem. Like, why do we have to tell somebody that's 400 pounds that she's beautiful? I'm not saying she's ugly, but I'm just saying it's not the world's responsibility.
Right.
What we should be telling this woman is the truth.
Right.
You need to lose the weight, not only for appearances, because like I said, she's not ugly, but I'm not going to venture to say, oh, she's beautiful.
No.
There's women that are beautiful.
Yes.
And I wouldn't put her in that same category.
No.
To be honest. But you got to lose the weight for health reasons, sis. You from what it sounded like, you was almost close to 500 pounds.
That's not a good look. And then you in the house, like again, that's why I said she would be bigger on the back end, because now you're not going out. So what you doing in there? You're not stepping on that goddamn whatever you had in there. You probably ain't never stepped on that damn thing. You're gonna be in there eating and sobbing and ordering food and making more bigger, getting bigger and making bigger content. Like
right. Because you ain't went out, you ain't had no dates lately.
Right.
And whatnot. You're not active and whatnot. She need to lose weight, and then she need to call boring dude back up and say, apologize to that man.
Yeah, man.
You know what? Boring. I'm sorry.
And men are not here for your personal entertainment. Like, that's just not how those things work. Like, come on now.
So that's my recommendation for sis. Call that man up and apologize and lose that weight.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. That's it. That's just that. Like, this is. I'm gonna say it one more time. Audacity and obesity. Nasty work. But you guys heard what we think. More importantly, we want to know what you guys think. So please get down there in the comment section. Let us know if you agree, disagree. We were on base, off base. You know, we are 360-degree thinkers on this platform. Free thought, always promoted. #1 here. Leave a like on your way out. Sub up if you so choose to. Don't forget, hit that noti bell so you can be notified when we drop some more of these bangers. But we appreciate y'all for coming out this evening. We thank y'all, and we will catch y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good night.